So hello everybody. So in today's video, I'll show you step by step how a Kali Linux attacker can create a payload and host it on Apache server and bypass Windows firewall and get a full Meterpreter session on a Windows 10 victim. So we are basically attacking from a Kali machine to a Windows 10, and we'll try to get the access Meterpreter session complete access of that Windows 10. So for that, without wasting time, first step is to find attacker's machine's IP. For that the command is IP. For that the command is ifconfig. So you can see we've got the IP. We can save it. Uh, to save it, we can press Control Shift and C. So we'll use it. You can just open a notepad. We'll be using it later on. So the step two is create a malware payload using MSFvenom. So so we can simply type the command MSFvenom. So I already used this command while practicing before, so I can simply use the same command. So let me explain you, each part of this command. So this P means the payload, and what type of payload do you need? You need a Windows payload, and you want a Meterpreter session, and what else do you need? So it would be a reverse TCP. So what do you mean by reverse TCP? Reverse TCP is basically um, once two devices try to connect to each other, so one device actually sends a connection request to the other one. But here, what Kali Linux is trying to do is that Kali Linux wants to attack a victim machine and also wants the victim machine to send a connection request. So this is basically a reverse TCP request. So what next? This LHOST is our local host, Kali Linux. Here we have to add Kali Linux IP. Uh, So what is our Kali Linux IP? So this is at LPORT is you can type any port over here. So there are so many ports, like I don't know, it's 50,000 or 56,000, and you can type any port where you want your uh, Windows machine to be connected at. This F is what type of file do you want? You want an exe file? What should be the name of the output of the malware which is going to be created? So you can just type malware.exe. Let's enter it and see what is going to happen. So you can see a payload is created and it is saved as malware.exe. Its final size of exe file is 73802 bytes. Actual payload size is 354 bytes. So what is our next step? So step 3 is basically we have to host the malware using Apache web server. So now we want the victim to be able to download the file from the browser. So for that you can simply move the payload to the Apache web directory. For that you have to type sudo mv. So this is the command malware.exe. This is what we have created, and this is the directory of Apache. This is basically Apache web directory which we will host. So let's click it. So now just get into the directory ls. You can see there is this malware.exe in that directory. So now what you have to do is you can simply start the Apache service. Service Apache. So now the service has successfully started. So now what? So now the file is hosted on my Kali machine and accessible via its IP address in any browser. So for that, a victim, the step 4 would be that we'll try to download it from the victim's device, and we'll see whether it is blocked by the firewall or not. If it is blocked by the firewall, we'll try to bypass that firewall. So let's go to the victim machine. So this is my victim machine, Windows machine. So let's type the IP. What is the IP? So this is the IP of my Kali machine. We will simply type that IP and enter. So you can see page is actually this Apache service is actually there. So we can simply type malware malware.exe. So you can see if we type that link, or we can send that link to anybody via WhatsApp or via any communication means. What we have to send, we can simply send this. We write this like HTTPS like this IP and slash malware.exe. If we send this link to anybody and anybody would click on that link, simple malware.exe file is downloaded. But what you can see is the site isn't using a secure connection and the file may have been tampered with. So what they are giving you option, download insecure file. So let's download this. So you can see dangerous download blocked because there's a firewall active on my Windows 10. So that's why this malware is unable to download. So now what? Now we'll try to actually, I'll try to host a zip file, which would most probably, bypass the firewall. So what you'll do is simply, you can see there is a malware.exe file here. But firstly, you have to change this exe file into txt file. How you can do that is you can do that by typing malware.exe into malware.txt. Type sudo. So now you can see there is a malware.txt file. Now zip this malware.txt file. So you can see now we have zipped our malware.txt file. Now it will easily, bypass our firewall. Malware.zip. You can see it is here. Download insecure file. You can see it is, we have. You can see we have this malware.zip downloaded over here. What you will simply do is you can extract this file into maybe desktop and this NNSS. Here we have this file. Convert back this file to exe file. Write MSF console. So you can see MSF console is basically opening. It will take some time. Here we will write exploit multi angular so what next? So we have to set a payload. Set payload. What payload we have created? Windows Meterpreter and reverse TCP. Now you have to set localhost. What is our Kali IP? This is our localhost. Control Shift V. By that you can paste. Then you have to set local port LPORT, it is 4444, and now you will type exploit. Now it is on a listening mode. Now whensoever somebody would click on uh, that file which we have in our Windows by the name malware.exe. Now if I double click on it, so now you can see, a session has Meterpreter session has opened. Now you can type anything, and you can firstly to confirm whether we are in the victim machine or not. I can type sysinfo, and you can see I'm having, this is my username of my PC. This is Windows 10, and these are all the details of my victim machine. So I can type any command over here. You can just search. There's thousands of commands. You can just get control of the camera of target machine, get control of what he types, but by installing a keylogger, you can do what havoc with it, target machine. This is actually a complete control of target machine which you have got. Thank you so much for watching the video, and stay tuned. This demo was purely for the educational purposes only. If you want more ethical hacking practice labs, drop a comment and hit subscribe. In my next video, I'll show you how to detect and prevent reverse shell attacks. So the main so this lab, I completely understand this is not a very professional type of a process, because if it would be a real life a process where you are actually going to attack a target machine, then target machine would not obviously download it and then convert back into any exe file and then run it uh, where all detective mechanisms are installed. So there is another way where we use ngrok and will not and target machine will not even get to know that how uh, the complete control of target machine is actually given to the attacker. So we can in our next videos, I'll share the demo of that even. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.